That was pretty smooth looking, to be honest, Drew. That was really good. A little bit of feedback just to make some things easier. And embrace for yourself. Sometimes when we're heading toward the front, we kind of start getting on that back foot in anticipation, right? So that front foot, there's no resistance on it. It allows it to go up the hill quite nicely. However, when we do move that weight onto that back foot, it's kind of like standing on one foot if someone was to push me. The balance becomes a little bit harder. So think about finding that centered position, keeping yourself there, but just taking the weight off the front foot while keeping your body over the center of the snowboard, right? That way, rather than getting that weight on the front foot becoming a bit of a forward movement, it's more a case of just consciously putting more weight on that foot. Even standing here in the center, I can put more weight on one foot or the other. So just a little idea there that might make it healthy, and that's me out of there. Me being quite picky. Chris, man, that was really smooth. Yeah?
Can I guess my feedback?
Yeah?
But I bend over too much, so I get my hands too close.
A little bit on the toe side, to be honest, but it's still quite good. Like, I wouldn't beat yourself up about that too much. It's so natural to fold on that toe side. And it's a very hard thing to kind of counteract it. If you're conscious about it, then you're already making an effort, and when you are doing it, you're like, right, that's happening. And what's something in your mind you can do to help that become less of an issue?
Stop doing it.
Yeah, even on
Get out in the central four.
toe side, I think for yourself, maybe opening the hips a little bit more. That way, like, you know, when we are a little bit more closed off, it is a case of there is a limit of how much lower body movement we can make. So just opening the hips a little bit creates that range of movement where we can kind of compress into our lower joints rather than max out that compression and end up with a bit of a fold. Nice. And for yourself, Kieran, really good as well. Like,
really?
But yeah, honestly, man, it was.
I thought it was really shit.
No, I'd for yourself, I'd think about anticipate the line a little bit more and carry more speed where you feel like you need it, or reduce speed where you don't need it, just to kind of traverse the hill a little bit easier. Like I said, if you go a little bit too slow sometimes, it's impossible to absorb. You have to ride up, over, and down the other side.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a challenge for us. Let's try exactly what we did, but we're just going to try and maintain, hold a little bit more speed as we go across the hill. Go a little bit faster than you think you need to go, to the point where you're like, oh boy. Because at that kind of point, it kind of forces you to put yourself in a bit of a stronger position, rather than just cruising over the bumps where we're not really at risk of taking a tumble or something. When we increase the difficulty, we find a little bit more need for anticipation and, you know, working the terrain a bit more. Makes sense?
Yep.
Let's just increase the challenge by going a little bit faster and getting these movements to happen a bit more out of necessity rather than just to practice it. So down here, don't necessarily copy me, but I'm going to try and make it difficult for myself by going fast for myself. So challenge yourselves by going at the speed you think is challenging for you.
He's on another level. Okay.
where you actually off balance. So,
It felt like how it would be to be on crack cocaine, I guess. Just like constant, oh shit, oh fuck, okay, oh shit, oh fuck.
yeah, that's not a bad thing, to be honest. Something I do to challenge myself is I'll think about that and I'll be like, right, I'm going to straight line this.
Okay.
I'm just going to go straight on a flat base and see how long I can hold on for before I blow up. It's terrifying. But honestly, that was really well done. Everyone was thinking about this movement. You found yourself on that back foot a little bit again, right? But that's fine. Honestly, these things are going to happen, and as we're conscious about them, they're going to improve a little bit more and make things a little bit easier for us. But I think everyone handled that really well. I think we just go and find some more terrain now to challenge this idea and keep riding in this environment. But yeah, thank you very much for being part of the lesson. That was about 18 minutes. It's a really nice and simple lesson, right? And to be honest, when the public come to me like, I want to learn to ride off-piste, I'm like, easiest to do. So yeah, I really enjoy it. Rather than practice this straight away and like we'd team build a few and come up with some different ideas, because you know, if someone's like, you know, Grace, teach us an intro to off-piste, and then on the next run they go, Kieran, intro to off-piste again, you're like, I don't want to do the same lesson word for word, right? So thinking up different ways to do the same lesson, I think that'll be a really good thing. We can just kind of workshop for like half hour in the afternoon maybe. Yeah. But if you guys want a bit of a challenge, I want to go to the park.
Yeah.
And I want to use the jumps to work on this skill. We're going to go over the jumps quite fast, but we're not allowed to get any air. We need to keep contact with the floor the whole time.
Oh, an evil man.
Right. I did this on my first year. There was a bloke called Jack from Singapore. First person went over, like, beautiful. Second guy, beautiful. And everyone went over it, and then Jack went over with the stiffest legs possible and just went upside down. And I was like, don't do that. But let's ride down to the park. I reckon we go give us a little go. I think it'll be fun. Oh. I like the idea of using terrain that isn't for this, but to help, you know, I really like swapping up terrain for different things. Yeah?
I can't notice that I'm on my back.
It's not going to be fun.
So what should I do? Should I just actively try and lean forward?
Think about either equal bend in both knees, feeling the tension in both feet, or we talk about cowboy knees. You don't really like teaching it too much. It's a very kind of placid thing that's hard to give feedback on, and then a lot of people kind of overdo it. But just very gently pushing the knees apart. And I'm talking, it goes from that to that. That helps you do more or less the same way. That gives you a little bit more room as well. Coming down real quick. Test out RA and I skills. Bobbing. Just remember the public isn't fun. Yeah, this is quite good as well, to be honest. Like, not what we want to pick on the public, but watch someone come across. Are they on skis or snowboard? Snowboard. So you can see a lot of stiffness in the legs, right? And that speed's not enough to kind of take them over the bumps. They're kind of like drifting downhill, where we're carrying a little bit more speed and traversing over them. It's how we're going to learn how to ride over them a little bit easier. So rather than thinking about finding the way down the stream, let's think about how to cross the stream a few times. Something I'd do here. And even if it's a case of someone just wants to hang on the heel edge and go back and forth on the heel edge a few, get on the toe edge, try the same thing. You'll always find less success on the toe edge for someone who's new in that environment. So yeah, again, that toe side is so much harder to be kind of nimble on. I can't quite see the other group. Let's just head on down to the park. I reckon using these jumps as a little test of absorption is a great way.
Stop that! Well,